I really need to start scripting these things. Hi humans. Wow, I sound tired. Not surprising really, I am very tired. You think I'll have gotten used to this new sleeping pattern? Well, I have. It's just not going so well, but that's for a different video. So if you're in the UK right now, you'll be on half term for the next week or so. How are you going to spend that? Are you like me and just think that you're going to be sociable this half term and then just stay inside on the internet all week? So what are you guys getting up to this half term? For me, it's just 7 straight days of solid revision, maybe. Yeah, I have to I'm having to revise quite a lot for my A2 exams in May, literally only a few months away, and I am stressing out slightly. Oh dear God. That being said, I always give myself a break on Sundays and Thursdays, although not this week because I have way too much work to do. I'm not here today to talk to you about half term and work, that is for next week. I'm here to talk to you today about my Commonplace book. Can you see it? Yeah, so a little backstory to this book. I used to work in my school library. In year 8, which is when I started working, I won this little thing that the librarian does called Monitor of the Month. And that's basically the person who earns the most gold stars in the month. And for my prize, we got to choose out of a little box. I chose this book, this little booklet. Now I have 1,001 of these lying around my room somewhere. They just seem to go off on little voyages of their own. Have you read the Keys to the Kingdom series? Well, the Atlas in that just decides to wander off in itself. That's basically all of my notebooks. I found this about a few weeks ago and I was looking through it and I was like, how stupid was I when I was 13? But let's see if you can make head or tail of this. And the first thing that I write on the inside cover is, Melvin Sower's Commonplace Book, do not read, please return if lost or stolen, no reward. Why is it a commonplace book? I was obsessed with a series of unfortunate events in year 8. I kind of wanted to have the talents of all 3 of the Baudelaires. So Violet's an inventor, Klaus is a genius, and Sunny's a cook. And the first page, maths. I was a very disorganised child, and I forgot things left, right and centre. And a couple of times when I forget things, I realise I have this in my blazer pocket and just start doing my work in here. I'm not sure if the teachers cared or not. As long as I was doing work, I never usually did work. And I still managed to end up with an A star. That was obviously a fluke. Maths, more maths, magic! I was obsessed with magic in year 8. Ha! I say was, I still am. I marathoned the whole 8 seasons of Charmed last summer because I missed it so much. It was basically my childhood. Not only Charmed, but also Wizards of Waverly Place. On this page of my Commonplace book, next to Pythagoras, I wrote a load of spells from the series. I remember somehow having a purpose for this. Some kind of purpose for this. I can't exactly remember what. I think I was trying to make a cipher. Because I have a complicated spell that I thought no one could see behind that red. Did I say spell? I meant sum. And it's not that complicated. I have a random sum of numbers at the bottom here, which I thought I could cleverly hide in red ink. That is tic-tac-toe code from Club Penguin, because I played Club Penguin. And I also have the alphabet at the bottom. So that makes me think that on this next page, this is not a random sequence of 5 letters. I think I was actually trying to write something there. Let's see if I remember what these spells did. Echbono-utosis, duplication, tomonukinesis, moving things with your mind, myriad animata, animating an inanimate object. I knew that one. Grapis Paplonia was not actually a canon spell. That was in the Wizards of Waverly Place DS game, and that turned water into grape juice. Useful spell. Literarium Terrarium, putting yourself inside a book, so literally the terrain of literature, I guess. Garibay Mobility, deanimating an animate object. Here we have some notes that someone else wrote in my book where we had to do this task for English. We had to do some kind of radio show for English, and we started making notes in this notepad. I can't even read my own writing. This is very bad. The ideas for my YouTubes. So I've already done Flappy Birds. I haven't talked about my ideas yet. Effort. I don't know what that was about. I write myself very vague notes and then I don't remember what they are after I've written them, which kind of defeats the point of writing them down in the first place. And then the pages are blank. This is very significant because it gets to a point where they're no longer blank. Notes and a random circle. A badly drawn combination of all 5 Wizards of Waverly Place DS game spells. The actual spells. So we have Levitate, Undo Magic, Move, Repair and Freeze. I was so cool. More magic. This time not Wizards of Waverly Place. I was also obsessed with the Crystal Chronicle series, the Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicle series, but I never got to play the first or the last game because I didn't have a GameCube and I didn't have the money to buy the Wii game. So I was playing Echoes of Time at that moment, and I decided to note down all the basic spells that you could cast in the game, and then I started doing the combination spells on this side. I never got around to finishing it though. I might finish that at some point. How was Hitler able to come to power in Germany? I wrote a lot of notes in this. It's a notebook, okay. And last but not least, my custom combination spells. Flying, bouncing, dropping stuff, building stuff, dismantling, and explosions. I'm trying to figure myself out here. And that is it for today's video. You can probably guess a lot about me from my notebooks, although it'll be kind of unclear and outdated. So if you see me next week and I look completely beaten down, bloodshot eyes, shine bright like a diamond. Why did I reference that song? That's probably the pressure of all the work, that I'm putting on myself. I've just implied that I'm Cole. I don't think about what to say before I say it. And if I look more depressed than usual next week, that is probably because I do not have my magical powers yet. Sad times, sad times. I'll see humans next week. Yeah. I can't reach the button. More sad times. Oh wait, I have